Welcome to Toy Review Land, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at 4 Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors. Now, I found these at Toys R Us, and they were on sale, but they are so cool looking. And I haven't opened a ton of different Spider-Man figures, but these are probably some of the coolest ones that I've ever seen. So I picked all 4 of them up. So we're going to take a look at regular Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and we're going to take a look at Ultimate Spider-Man and the Iron Spider and Agent Venom. So I am pretty excited about this. Now check out the back of the box. They don't show the different characters or anything, but there is a little tiny blurb about the different figures. So on the regular Peter Parker Spider-Man, one bite from a radioactive spider made Peter Parker a web-slinging superhero with amazing powers and wall-crawling ability. So let's open up the regular Peter Parker Spider-Man. Wow, he is really cool. You can turn his head, which is awesome. And you can, move his arms around. And you can move his legs. You can do a kick. But you can't really bend them at the knees or the elbows. But aside from that, these are really cool. I really like how they designed these figures, and Peter's got his web slingers ready to go. So these are neat, and I really like Spider-Man. I liked all the movies, and I've even read some of the comics. I'm not a huge Spider-Man expert or anything, but I've always really liked the character. Ever since I was really young, I used to watch the old Spider-Man cartoon, and I loved that. So this is a cool one, and nothing like classic Peter Parker Spider-Man. So now let's open up the Ultimate Spider-Man, and I don't really know much about the Ultimate Spider-Man, so let's read and see what it says. His newfound super strength, wall-crawling abilities, and stunning web blast make Miles Morales an unstoppable force in the fight against crime. Now, I do know that Miles Morales got bitten by a spider, just like Peter Parker got bitten, and he saw Peter Parker get killed, and so he became the new Spider-Man. But of course, Peter wasn't really dead. He was just kind of like on a long vacation. But I don't really know much about the Miles Morales character, but I do really like the figure a lot. Let's check him out. Look at how cool this figure is. I love the black and the red. That is awesome. And you can move his arms too. Whoops. Sorry, Peter. He's not quite as tall as Peter. And I think because he's a lot younger when he becomes Spider-Man. But that's awesome. That is a cool figure. Now, I know they're coming out with Spider-Man and going to use him in the new Avengers Civil War movie. So it'll be really cool to see who they choose and who's Spider-Man in that movie. That's going to be pretty awesome. But that is a cool figure. I really love the colors. The black and the red look so awesome. I think I'd choose this suit. That is super cool. Now let's take a look at the Iron Spider. And the Iron Spider is actually a suit of armor that Tony Stark made, just like Tony Stark's Iron Man. But it's like super advanced. Let's read a little bit about it. So it says, super genius Amadeus Cho suits up in powerful high-tech battle armor made by Tony Stark himself to become Iron Spider. Now I know that Tony Stark made the Iron Spider suit for Peter Parker, and I guess Amadeus decided to borrow it. And then he became the Iron Spider. And check out how awesome this is. That is a super cool figure. You can turn his head, whoa, all the way around, and can move his arms too and bend his legs. But that is really cool. And I know they don't have it on this figure, but there are these like tentacles that come out from his back, which are pretty neat looking. And that is a cool figure. Now, I don't know really anything about that character, Amadeus Cho, or the Iron Spider, but I know a little bit, but that is a really awesome figure. I don't know if they're going to have him in the Civil War movies, but that would be pretty cool. Now, let's take a look at Agent Venom. Look how cool he is. Now, let's read the back. Now, I know a little bit about Agent Venom, and it says, bonded to a powerful alien symbiote, Flash Thompson has teamed up with Spider-Man as Agent Venom to protect the city. Now, if you recall, Flash Thompson was the bully that used to pick on Peter in high school. So it's kind of funny that he turns into a secret Venom agent, but that is pretty cool. Let's open him up. Wow, that is a cool figure. Look how big he is. He's got all kinds of armor and spikes all over him. That is pretty awesome. He'd be kind of intimidating. I don't think I'd like to run into him in a dark alley. But you can turn his head again and move his arms, and he can punch. And you can bend his legs, and he can do his funny kick. Hiya! So that's cool. So there's not like a ton of articulation with these figures, but I really like the way they look. They're really cool, and I like the way they're sculpted, and they're a really good size. They're not too small, and they're not huge. They're just really, really cool, and they weren't that expensive. So, and I got them on sale, which is even better. But they're pretty awesome. So let me know in the comments which Spider-Man Web Warrior is your favorite. Is it the regular Spider-Man, Peter Parker? Is it Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales? Or is it the really cool Iron Spider? Or the big giant, scary Agent Venom? I think my favorite is the classic, old school Spider-Man with Peter Parker. He's just so awesome looking. But I really do love the Ultimate Spider-Man suit. That red and black is just so cool. But I really think they're all pretty cool. But let me know which one is your favorite. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe by clicking on the great big orange subscribe button. That way you'll be able to watch all my brand new videos as soon as they come out. And to watch some more fun toy videos, click on one of the pictures. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.